Distinguished Permanent Secretary, Professor Wizit Sorat, distinguished guests, experts, and participants. Although the current global situation unfortunately prevents me from being with you all in Bangkok this morning, it gives me great pleasure to be able to greet you in this way from the Secretariat of the HCCH in The Hague, ahead of your panel discussion. I thank the organizers for their kind invitation and extend a heartfelt welcome to you all to what is indeed a very meaningful event. It is, of course, very meaningful because less than 1 month ago, the Kingdom of Thailand became the 88th member of the Hague Conference on Private International Law, the HCCH. I was truly delighted to see Her Excellency Ambassador Exeri Bintarushi deposit Thailand's instrument of acceptance of the statute of the HCCH during our annual meeting of the Council on General Affairs and Policy on the 3rd of March 2021, to be precise. I am truly grateful for Her Excellency's support and that of the wonderful staff at the Embassy of the Kingdom of Thailand in the Netherlands. And I'm, of course, equally grateful for all the support provided by the Ministry of Justice. I'm also very proud of the Jim Thompson tie, a very generous gift from Her Excellency, and which, of course, I'm very pleased and proud to wear today on this momentous occasion. The fact that this panel has been organized so quickly, just a few weeks after the membership became effective, is testament to Thailand's commitment to harnessing the momentum brought about by its membership. I very much commend the Ministry of Justice for its initiative and look forward to continuing our close cooperation. As a member of the HCCH, the road ahead is very promising for Thailand. At this early stage, an important part of this journey will be for Thailand to formally designate what we call its national organ, the contact point within the government with which we formally communicate and which is responsible for coordinating Thailand's participation in the work of the organization. That said, the Permanent Bureau and Thailand's fellow HCCH members all very much look forward to benefiting from Thailand's active participation and input in matters relating to new normative work of the HCCH, to the good governance and the strategic development of the organization. However, an equally valuable aspect of Thailand's membership will be its active consideration of existing HCCH conventions. This is because these conventions have a real practical impact on people's lives and the way commercial operators conduct their cross-border business. They provide legal certainty and predictability in civil and commercial matters. They put in place effective cooperation mechanisms between states. And in doing all of this, HCCH conventions facilitate cross-border trade and commerce, encourage foreign direct investment, and support individuals and families in international situations. In this regard, I would like to take this opportunity to invite Thailand to consider a number of what we call core HCCH conventions, those that are particularly important from a practical point of view and which are widely used around the world. First and foremost, the 1961 Apostille Convention, which counts 120 contracting parties. The Apostille Convention abolishes legalization, replacing this long and cumbersome process with a much simpler process for those who need to present public documents abroad. It is applied millions and millions of times every year around the world and is one of the most successful conventions in the field of international legal cooperation. I note that amongst its 120 contracting parties are 3 of Thailand's fellow ASEAN members: Brunei Darussalam, the Philippines, and Singapore. 2 others, Indonesia and Vietnam, are very actively considering the Apostille Convention. And so I respectfully suggest that it would be important for Thailand to be part of this important development and also start benefiting from the advantages of the Apostille Convention, both within ASEAN and with the rest of the world. 2 other conventions which I would also kindly invite Thailand to consider joining are the 1965 Service of Process Abroad Convention, the Service Convention, and the 1970 Taking of Evidence Abroad Convention, the Evidence Convention, both of which establish uniform and effective cooperation mechanisms between contracting parties, greatly accelerating service abroad and the taking of evidence abroad, thus facilitating international civil procedures, while respecting domestic and national law in these matters. The Apostille, Service and Evidence Conventions are further complemented by the legal certainty and predictability offered by the 2005 Choice of Court Convention and the 2019 Judgments Convention. Among the family law instruments, Thailand may wish to first consider the 2007 Child Support Convention, facilitating the effective recovery of cross-border family maintenance. As one can see, plenty of options, plenty of benefits to reap. All the more so as now, as a member, Thailand also has priority access to technical assistance, which may help with the assessment or indeed the implementation and operation of HCCH conventions. The many benefits of HCCH conventions have also been highlighted in a recent paper on synergies between ASEAN and the HCCH, which was presented to the ASEAN Secretariat. In addition, this summer, the HCCH is organizing a masterclass on the Evidence and Judgments Conventions, specifically tailored for ASEAN members. Against this background of enhanced cooperation, it may be important to note that the work of the HCCH can indeed assist ASEAN members in reaching the goals for the coming 5 years, outlined in the ASEAN Community Vision, the Master Plan on ASEAN Connectivity, and the ASEAN Economic Community Blueprint. The HCCH conventions provide cross-border legal frameworks to facilitate integration, connectivity, and mobility, which are of great benefit not only within ASEAN, but also with third states around the world. As the newest member of the HCCH, Thailand has a unique opportunity to play an important leadership role in this regard. I would like to conclude simply by saying that although I hope to have another opportunity to visit you all in beautiful Thailand, until then, alongside my colleagues, I remain at your full disposal, albeit remotely. Myself and my colleagues here in The Hague and at our regional office for Asia and the Pacific in Hong Kong are available to offer any support that you may require, be it answering queries or hosting webinars or workshops on specific HCCH conventions. I very much look forward to continuing the close cooperation we enjoy with Thailand as it embarks on its promising and exciting journey as an HCCH member. On that note, I thank the organizers of today's panel once again and wish you all a productive and interesting session. Thank you very much.